found some records indicating that in 1967 there was permissions were granted to remove a partition wall in the ground floor, which is now ultimately that's what's led to the deflection in the floor joist. See the dip on the floor using the radar as a line to go by all the way through. The partition walls here, there's nothing below them, so we're not worried about that because you'll see in a minute why. As you expand through, obvious signs of heavy water ingress from the roof. Down, there's a diagonal crack there, which in the flat beneath is in the very same position but bigger than that, where the front wall of the property is bulging out. Chimney has been, fireplace has been blocked up but not been vented, so we're definitely going to have a few issues with that also. So we'll walk through. So from where we're looking this side to the next room, these joists, which are 11 inch by 3 inch, they continue through right the way across the width of the building. It's 7.5, 7.6 metre span. Down in this one, there's a header running through here. Now that wall, that's our internal wall partition that we just looked at from the other side. That has nothing below it, but this is an original wall from the ground, the next floor below, sorry, which has dropped because there's nothing underneath that. So then in fact this one was providing the support for these ones bearing, but there's this floor and another floor directly above with these walls in line. So these ones get down, you can see where the joists have actually been, when it was constructed, they were notched over the top of this header for the partition wall down below. But there's actually, I can actually get my hand under the joints there now. This room, if we come over to this side, put their camera angled down, you can actually see then that the floor joists going up into the wall are angled down. So that's how far this floor's dropped. And I've worked here approximately around about 3.5 to 4 inches it's dropped at the centre point. And what's happened is these 11 by 3 inch joists have actually deflected over across their span because there's nothing supporting them, and we've now got to basically come up with a game plan to try and, can't put it back, but we've got to try and stop it happening anymore. Again, water ingress from the roof above, which is one floor above then the roof, sorry. The water's coming down, lava and plaster wall, so it's running down behind the battens. That continues down through the next floor and then to the ground floor on the front. See the radiators are rotten, the timber work, everything's rotten, it's just rot. There's obviously issues on the roof itself, which I've got an appointment hopefully booked for a couple of days' time to go out and do a quick survey of that. Right, it's the next day now. Come back, popped a few more boards up. We want to see what's going on under some certain areas. This building itself was constructed from sandstone blocks. Now, with the weather the way it is on the front, it's pretty harsh conditions down here at times during the year. So, sort of have a look and see, you know, trying to see from the inside what's going on with the outside walls. It's never easy. So I popped a few boards up, and as we can see, There's a lot of sandstone blocks which are now sand again that have deteriorated and dropped down into the floor void between the joists, and this is predominantly because the roof has been leaking on this property for what we gather to be somewhere in the region of around about 40 plus. It's over 40 years ago for certain. There's water been running down through the front wall of this building for years, decades in fact. I found some records indicating that in 1967 there was permissions were granted to remove a partition wall in the ground floor, which is now ultimately that's what's led to the deflection in the floor joist. There was another job was carried out where a steel was put through the front of the building because obviously things were moving back then. Now that steel, as you can see from the footage here, which I've managed to get into, it's showing signs of heavy corrosion, and that spans the full width, which is approximately just over, slightly over 8 meters in length, the whole of the building. And above this steel here, which you can see, there's another 2 floors plus the roof.